I started as a military journalist, and at some point 15 years ago I started to write books about the history of the Second World War and the Third Reich, and in particular. And throughout these 15 years I tried to gather on my own various materials, documents. It describes various secret projects of the Third Reich, but the most important part of it is the one that deals with anti-gravity, which is something that wasn't known before, and I think that most of the information presented here is new, almost everything. It was something that looked just like from another world. It was so shocking and presented such a new picture of the German research in the Second World War. Something that was breaking all the known rules as far as the research is concerned. Such a shield, such a cylinder, which was covering certain rotating cylinders inside. It was at first glance it was simple, but the effects of this of its operation were very complex and impossible to explain by an entire team of specialists who was dedicated to the explanation of this device in the 1960s, for example. It appeared that the main aim of this device was to accelerate heavy ions, namely of mercury, and spin them at very high angular speeds in order to observe or to create some strange effects, some strange energies produced by this device. Professor Walter Gerlach, before the war, was trying to create some fields according to his letters to another scientist, to Arnold Sommerfeld, for example, to the Soviet scientist Piotr Kapitsa. According to this, it was something that was basing on the nature of the ball lightning, Kugelblitz. And he was trying to accelerate the ions of mercury and observe the effects. It is something that is completely missing from the common or the canon of the scientific publications about the Second World War. It's something that is missing. I have gotten to descriptions of modern scientific experiments. It's a scientific paper which describes something that resembles replication of these German experiments, in which the scientists, it was in 1989 as far as I remember in the UK, in which the scientists had managed to obtain 50% reduction of the gravity. Nevertheless, it confirmed that such an explanation, that such effects could indeed take place, and it could be an anti-gravity device. There are reports of the witnesses, I mean these prisoners of war, SS officers, and one of them described this that this device, the Glocke, the bell, was surrounded by circle of cables, which were dozens of them. Each one of them was thick as a human arm. These witnesses saw this bell indeed as it worked, and it was such a high energy that the electromagnetic effects produced by the device, it produced very strong magnetic fields, so strong that it caused surges in the electrical installations, and the light bulbs were blowing at a distance of, as it was described, of around 150 meters. So it would have to be indeed very strong electromagnetic fields and very strong energy. In fact, there was a special power plant nearby, and the very thick cables were connecting this place with the power plant. There are certain theories, scientific theories, and they basically existed already then, which makes such a connections possible, which is the Jordan theory, and which makes a connection between isolation of electromagnetic fields and gravity, and several others, such as Einstein-Cartan theory, which makes connection with the spinning of the mass of the field. But that's one explanation, which is quite likely, and as I mentioned, the modern, recent scientific experiments have confirmed that in this case, in such a device, the relativistic of gravitational effects would be significant. Certainly, I'm sure of that, because it has been confirmed. The other explanation is that it could have played some role in the nuclear program. It could have something to do with nuclear weapons, but with weapons of a completely different kind that we know now presently. The Germans during the Second World War tried to explore two other ways to nuclear weapons. One of them was the thorium, making a bomb on the base of thorium, which is something that the American ALSOS mission, special mission, intelligence mission, was never able to explain why the Germans worked on thorium. They were never able to comprehend. As you can see, by this way of trying to explain the nature of the bell, I managed to find, to unravel many other mysteries which I never suspected that such mysteries could have existed even before I started writing this book. So it's something that is a key to the history of the Second World War, I believe.